Interstate 89 North in New Hampshire, the greatest state in the Union. I haven't been here in a while. Long time. Born and raised here, moved out, but feels good to be back for a little bit. Dropped my load over there in Maine. Had the one load cancel of water, but that was alright because they had a shorty that was on the board, so I grabbed it. And then I went over and grabbed this other water load. And so I should be able to make it there today. This load right here is heavy. This thing is almost 46,000 pounds. This thing is heavy. And so if I can make it there today, it'll be $900 just for one day. Almost $900 for one day. So that's not too bad. You know, last week was a good week for me. Did some moves that I usually wouldn't do any other time. But I said, you know, since everything's in dire need, then I'm going to start running into places that I usually don't. So I ended up going to New York twice. And twice, and then once to Maine, which put me at take home of $21.38. So that's pretty good for me. You can't go wrong there. I know to some people that's not, but you know, after making $135 last week and then this week here making 21, yeah, I'm a little bit happy. So this week right here was trying to start out to see what we can do. I had a pallet load over here in New York I was supposed to be picking up, but just got the message that it was canceled. And that sucks because that was going to Columbus, Ohio for Thursday. I figured I could get that and then see if there's another one coming up here to New York. You know, get a load out of Columbus going to Indiana, and then get one out of Indiana going to, you know, like I said, going over to New York, and I'd probably be looking at probably about the same amount, maybe a little bit less, but I mean, it's starting to look up finally. And it feels better. It does feel better knowing that I have a good paycheck coming in. And it's just one of those things, you know, when you know, I do this on my own. I don't ask for any help. I don't ask anybody for, you know, suggestions of where I should run or anything. You know, I just, you know, like one load I called Snow Lord on just to see what he thought. You know, and by him telling me that, you know, you can take it and at least that way you're moving. And so I was, you know, I got to, you know, thinking for a couple seconds while talking to him, and I'm like, you know, he's right, you know. And that's what started out my, you know, that week was a little bad, but at least we weren't moving and we didn't owe the company any money. And so then the week after that, I got, you know, this paycheck here. And next week I'm hoping for at least 15 to another 21 would be nice. So, I mean, it's pretty good. this right here is New Hampshire. Beautiful, beautiful state. I like to come back when I have more time to take you to the good places. You go up to Franklin Notch. You know, I can take you guys over to Lake Winnipesaukee. Alton Bay, which used to be our old fishing ground, fresh water. You know, they go down to Portsmouth. You know, we can do some deep sea fishing. That's what I miss. You know, but that's what we used to do. Every weekend, I would go fishing. You know, and it's those those little things that you miss that you don't realize you miss it till you don't do it, you know? It's like being up here in New Hampshire. You know, I love being here. I've always loved living here. My dumb butt decided to move to Wisconsin. I don't know. But it's always been beautiful here to me. But on the loads for the pay I'm going to be getting this Friday, by adding up all the loads with the miles, it was $2.25 a mile, or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to give it my wife and try to insert it here if I remember. But I mean, it was pretty good, you know, to finally make a paycheck and not worry about, you know, another little dinky paycheck, you know. But like I said, this is a positive video because I am so damn psyched right now that, yeah, I may have had one load that got pulled, but hey, I got 2 loads in one day and be paying almost $900. So I mean, you can't go wrong there. Like I said, I got 4 hours and 13 minutes. It's 163 miles, so some reason we're going the back way. I won't be able to film the whole thing, but I'll give you guys a couple miles. We're gonna go in through Vermont. So you're gonna go to New Hampshire, then we're gonna go to Vermont. We're gonna take this across over to 91, drop down 91, then go over Route 12 in Vermont. You know, everyone's talking about this coronavirus, and I was sitting on a commode doing number 2, and you know, there was people in the stalls. You could hear them leaving, and they just walked right out. Nobody even washed their hands. So it kind of just makes you wonder: are people really taking this seriously? You know, and you know, you see a lot of people out riding around and, you know, like it's nothing, you know, just out riding around. It just makes you wonder why. Well, why would you be riding around? You know, but you know, you're supposed to be stopping spreading the virus, and you know, you got people out jogging, and you know, when I went by a park, there was kids out there playing and people on the water fishing. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. But you know, I'm staying safe. I've already had a cold. I'm trying to get over it still. Waiting for my ear to finally get healed here. Jeez. I mean, to me, as long as you're playing it safe, you don't go near people. I don't from. I don't go into the truck stop. I mean, I go into truck stops and, you know, after I fuel up to get my receipt, or, you know, and then I'll run into the bathroom real quick. But, you know, I don't get coffee there. I make coffee in my truck. I was able to hit a Walmart. I got a couple things of, I was only allowed to get 2 things of meat. I got a 3-pound bag of chicken, and I got a box that had 42 hamburger patties in it, and, you know, the shelves are still pretty bare. It's gonna take a little while before they get built back up, because it seems like every day everyone's in there ordering the same stuff they've already bought. They don't understand there is an expiration date on most of the stuff. You know, I mean, unless you got a good freezer, chest freezer. But I'm hoping to get to Walmart one more time, so I got $100 that I want to spend on some more food. I don't care what I gotta find. I don't care what it is. You know, I don't care if it's macaroni or what it is. I gotta find something for the truck to try to save. Not going to the stores anymore and buying anything. So that's what I'm working on. It's always good, like I said, to always cook in your truck, and that way you don't have to worry about spending all that money out on the road, you know. Yeah, so like I said, I got half and half in my truck. I got sugar, I got coffee, I got milk, and I got box stuff too. So, you know, I'm not gonna go hungry. I'm just gonna go and grab, like I said, $100 worth of more stuff, and I do have disinfection wipes. I do have those that hand sanitizer liquid stuff. I got 7 bottles of those, so that's pretty good. They say to go, you're not supposed to, you know, you can't touch your face. But I tell you, nobody understands how they go and they touch their face all the time. I literally watched this lady at Walmart was trying to separate the dollar bills for the lady, and she literally just put her tongue on her finger in her mouth, on her tongue, boom, and then wiped it across those dollar bills to get them loosened up, and then she put her finger back in her mouth and did it again, because it's such force habit that they don't realize that they're doing it. You know, so people just don't understand, you know, that everyone touches their hands on their face. I mean, I do. I'll admit to it, I do it all the time. But, you know, it's force of habit for a lot of us that we don't even realize that we're doing it. and then running out of my hours stuff. Like I said, I will just get there as soon as I can get there, and drive up here when it's fall, when all these leaves are changing. Oh, it's fun. It's a beautiful scenery right here. I would, like I said, if I had more time, I would take you guys on the back road. Coming out of Lebanon, New Hampshire, going down to Ossipee, which you go around Lake Winnipesaukee. And it's just the most beautiful drive you can take. Like I said, you don't really know what you have in your own state until you're gone. You know, and I would love to be back here and show my grandbabies, you know, this beautiful place, you know. On that, I had a couple incidents of people literally coming up to me. I was trying to find a place to fuel up, and nobody would take the EFS card. Oh my God, I was getting frustrated. So I finally found a place, but I had to use my debit card, which I did not want to do. And so, but I had to in order to get to where, you know, to get fuel to get moving. And I had a person who paid for my Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I had another person offer me $20 and told me thank you for, you know, he wanted to thank us truck drivers for everything we did, and I was like, no, I don't need your money, man. That's fine. You know, that was just, I don't know, to me, you know, the guy paid for the coffee, that was fine, but to have somebody try to hand me money, I'm like, no, that's all right. You know, I know we're doing our job and stuff, but I just could not take the money. Because I was raised, my grandmother told me that you don't take nothing unless you earned it. And, you know, I'm doing my job, and when I get my paycheck, that's what I earned with that paycheck. I didn't earn no extra money, you know, from people who could probably use it better. You know, he could take his wife out if he wanted to, or, you know, or give it to his kids, you know. And that's just one of the things that I wanted to mention, that it, you know, yeah, it touched my heart. It really did. But like I told him, I said, no, sir. I said, I'm doing what I was well designed for. I was born to drive truck, and that's what I'm doing. So they, you know, it's just one of those things. So yeah, I mean, that was just really nice of that person, the two people to do that, you know. Well, three with the free coffee, you know. And he's like, you know, oh, you can get something else, and I was like, nah, I don't eat out, you know, because I don't want, you know, those Dunkin' Donuts, for some reason they didn't have none of their donuts covered. They were all wide open, so that's not a good thing. They should have had them covered, some kind of a, you know, some kind of cover over them. But, you know, like I said, it was fine. I just wasn't in the mood to have anything to eat anyways. You know, the coffee, yeah, I'm taking the coffee because if it's free, it's for me. And if it's Dunkin' Donuts, it's definitely gonna be, I'll take that. So, I mean, that's just one of the things that I wanted to mention, that kind of made me, you know, it made my day is what it did, you know. I mean, it's just, you know, keep that in mind, you know. There is some people out there who really care about us truck drivers. I mean, I could have taken the $40, 20 from each guy, but no, you know, why, you know, I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, it did touch me, and, you know, and just like to say thank you to the people who really care about us truck drivers. You know, and it's just one of those things, you know. I mean, it just makes me happy to see that people are finally saying, hey, you know, if it wasn't for you truck drivers, I wouldn't be able to hoard all the stuff that I'm ordering. You know, or my kids wouldn't be able to get medicine or whatever. And that's just kind of what it is, you know.